balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On second down, here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He'll look to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Now the extra point. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Ravens taking the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Gone! Detroit!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to float this one. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Payne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he whips that one incomplete there. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
He'll drop to throw. And it is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Underneath here to Hill. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's brought in by Floyd. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down. Jackson on first down. A dump off now to Hill. He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit!
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now.
Over.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Now let's go. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are in for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Gun! All right, now, Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. On second down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been a constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No, check.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt?
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Jackson on second down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
Jackson from the shotgun. Underneath here to Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, When they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Going deep here for Watkins. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He'll put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. For that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one for.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. A dump off now to Hill. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And these guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They're finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Jackson, buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, If it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hand.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. He hits Floyd on the right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now it's Jackson, flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's got Snead. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Patriot! Patriot!
To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Ravens have got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Jackson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carlos Dunlap in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now Jackson on 2nd down, and he's going to go down again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back to the
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A try here for the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A spin, and down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.